You know what Oscar Wilde said? He said, be yourself. Everyone else is taken.
What is true love to you? When I got this question, I was like sitting here like, what is true love? That's a very good question. Like, coming onto this video, I had no answer for the question, but today I came to a self-realization that true love is self-love. Like, nobody's gonna love you better than you, baby. Self-love is true love to me. Once you have self-love, everything is yourself. Like, look at myself in the mirror and say, hey, am I happy in the skin that I'm in? You know, you realize that you're not gonna have the fattest ass, you're not gonna have the biggest boobs, you're not gonna have the prettiest face, the longest hair, the clearest skin. Once you realize that none of that matters, it's about the type of person that you are, it's lit.
Well, I think in many ways, self-love is the starting point to world class. And you've never heard me say that before, but the way you are in the world is a deep reflection of the way you are with yourself. You know, your prosperity and your income is always a reflection of your self-identity. Your daily behavior is always a reflection of your deepest beliefs. You're not going to go out in the world and represent your highest creativity, productivity, and mastery if you hate yourself. You're not going to be kind to people on the street, smile at strangers, uplift a teammate, wow a customer, if you're full of hatred about who you truly are. The doorway to success really does open inward, it doesn't open outward.
Love is a certain sweetness of your emotion. Whether you look at a tree, or a dog, or a man, or a woman, or a child, or just at the sky, why can't you look at it lovingly? Because it's not about loving the sky, it's about the sweetness of your emotion. If your emotions are sweet, whatever you look at it in a certain way.
You know, I believe that self-love is very important. If you read my work, you know I'm always talking about loving oneself. I never trust anybody who tells me he or she loves me if the person doesn't love herself or himself. There's an African saying which is, be careful when a naked person offers you a shirt. I mean, if he had something, he'd cover himself first, right? So I like to look at self-love. It is very important that it comes from within, that you have a sense of yourself.
For you to be loving, there is no management. If you just make your emotions sweet, your emotions are sweet and it's beautiful to be like this. It's not about anybody. If somebody comes, we can share it. If nobody comes, you can sit here with your eyes closed and still be loving. What's the problem? It is not about somebody, it's not an action. It is not something that you do, it is something that you can become.
She never talked bad about herself in front of me as a kid. In our house, nothing was about looks, it was about how strong you were and how capable you were. Parents, if you're watching, remember your kids are soaking up literally everything that you say.
Affirmations, love yourself. You guys, I understand it feels like BS sometimes. It feels like you can't really wrap your head around loving yourself some days. I get it. I had to literally choose to not go totally down this rabbit hole of telling myself who I wasn't when I had been doing all this work of telling myself who I was and knowing who I was. And I was the only one that could stop it.
What's going on is that I've taken responsibility for what it is that I do. I can't change the world, so I got to try to change myself to make life better for me, you know? And that's really it. I'm working on myself. I'm wearing what I need to wear in order to fix myself.
Really?
Yes, and of course, it's the grace of God, straight up and down.
I know that this is natural law. The way God works is, divine law, is that when you try to put yourself in order, everything orders up. So
Exactly.
it's no coincidence that the year that you say, I'm gonna have a breakthrough,
Right.
the CD is called Breakthrough, I'm gonna really have a breakthrough and
Right.
try to align with what is the best for yourself.
Well, the breakthrough is the self-love. What you think about yourself, what you believe about yourself, and what you believe, you know, when you believe negative things about yourself, that's
Yeah.
what's going to happen. When you believe positive things about yourself, that's what's going to happen. I believe that I deserve way more than what I believed I deserved in the past. I believe that I'm smart, I'm beautiful, I'm strong, I'm loved, I'm protected. I deserve respect, love. I deserve all the good things that people lie to us every day and say we don't deserve. You know, I deserve to accept myself the way I do, love myself the way I do. I deserve it. I'm worth, you know, all the good things in life. Yes.
You will never rise any higher than the way you see yourself on the outside. If you don't feel you are deserving of beauty, prosperity, acclaim, fame, fortune, impact on society, if you don't really feel you deserve it because you feel like you're not enough, you really don't like yourself, you're suffering from what psychologists call imposter syndrome, then you're going to read the books, you're going to watch these mastery sessions, you're going to go to the courses, you're going to do the work, but you are going to reach a point where your mindset becomes in conflict with your heart set. If you don't know these four interior empires, I'm always talking about mindset, heart set, health set, and soul set. Read about them and learn about them in the 5 a.m. Club, my latest book. But the larger point is simply this. Think about this idea of self-sabotage. And it all comes from a lack of self-love.
I fall in love with myself, and I want someone to share it with me. I want someone to share me with me.
God doesn't give me anything I cannot handle. And God also gave me the gift to be fearless in my vulnerability to help inspire people.
That's why I like to teach people to love themselves, just to love and adore who you are. Look in the mirror and say your name. Say, Louise, I love you. I really, really love you. And when you can do that, your life is really going to flow. Because most of the time, we're always talking about what we don't want. So get this thing. I love life, and life loves me, and I love myself, and I love this, and I'm grateful for everything.
To help you grow self-love so that you build that inner warrior in this place of peace and this huge well of tranquility that cannot be disrupted when you go out into the world is really mission critical, right? You want to be so strong in your skin, so strong in your luminosity, so strong in your relationship with who you truly are that nothing in the outer world can activate you and diminish your energy and make you feel not enough. You know what Eleanor Roosevelt said, my friend? No one can insult you without your permission. You know what Oscar Wilde said? He said, be yourself. Everyone else is taken. You know what Warren Buffett once said? There can never be a better you than you. You know what Jack Welch said when he was at GE? Do not lose yourself on the way to the top.